Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny. I'm Moonlight Lady 1111. As you can see, I'm back with another pick a card reading for you today. The title of this reading is Messages from Your Ancestors. So, I've called on your ancestors, those who've come before you, your forebears, and I've asked for any messages to come through, please, for you guys today to see what you might need to hear, see what they've got to tell you, see if they've got any advice or suggestions or anything like that. My mum's been doing our family tree recently, actually, and it's just been so interesting because she's managed to go back for hundreds of years, and it's just working with your ancestors is really important, but sometimes it's nice to just sit and think about all those people and all those lives that have come before you to make sure you are here today. What battles did they fight? What illnesses did they recover from? That sort of thing. So, yeah, I got to thinking and I thought, okay, I do my own sort of spread for messages from ancestors to see if they have any advice. So I thought I'd do the same for you today. Okay, I'm going to stop waffling on. I did pull these cards a few days ago, so you'll have to bear with me as I get them out to remember what order I wanted to lay the spread out in. But yeah, hopefully it might be quite long, it might be quite short. I'm not really sure what's going to come out in this because when I do these readings for myself, they can go on a bit. And get quite big. So we'll see what comes out for you guys today. It could be short and sweet. It could be a lengthy one. So, yes, as you can see, I've got 3 piles here. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Now I need you to draw your attention to the piles and try and calm your mind. So what we'll do is we'll take a big deep breath in together. Hold it, and then let that breath go. Ignore numbers and colours and things like that. See which pile calls to you. I'll just give you a moment to do that. Okay, that should have been long enough. So there will be timestamps in the description box below for you to go to. So I'll just move these ones out of the way. So we have pile number 3, pile number 2, and we'll start with pile number 1. Okay, hi pile number 1. You chose this shell. Lovely little iridescent shell. I got this, it's got some little holes drilled in it as well. I got it with a load of sage, to burn sage and charcoal together. Okay, so I've got, what cards have I got out here? I like to tell you what the cards are. Okay, yes, so I've got a couple of these Whispering Wood Oracle cards for you there. I'll incorporate those into the reading at the end. I have got a couple of, what's this deck called? The Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards here too. And then I've got a Native Spirit Oracle card there as well. And then you have got 4 of these. So, I think I just pulled out the wrong place. Anyway, you've got 4 of these Circle of Life Tarot cards. So, I'll pop that shell up there. Are they all in shot? Kind of. I'll tell you what, I'll put these up here. I was only planning on pulling 3. But yeah, I remember you guys had 4 come out, so that's fine. Okay, yeah, that'll work like that, won't it? Because I think I'm probably going to want to clarify these for you as well. Okay, I'll just have a sip of tea, and then we can get into it. So, what are the messages from your angels and ancestors? No, that's this deck. What messages have your ancestors got? What do they want to say to you? Excuse me. Okay, we've got the 5 of Wands there to start with. There's an eagle and a lion fighting on here. So that symbology might mean something to some of you. So this is fire signs as well. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Leo is there with that lion. Doesn't have to be though. It could just be something to do with that energy. But I feel like the energy of the message is a lot to do with, it's kind of to do with conflict. This could well be internal conflict, like mental conflict. The Five of Wands tends to represent to me, it's kind of like going from pillar to post and arguing for the sake of argument's sake. So yeah, it could be internal conflict or it could be external conflict, but it's basically a card of disagreement, of nobody being able to agree on anything. So let's keep going and see what that might have to do with something. Okay, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles talks about patience. Sevens to me are also about options and things like that. Who have we got here? I think that could well be the Queen of Swords. So that's air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. She's sat riding an owl. And we've got the Hanged Man. Okay, let me just... I just want to double check this card because they don't have... The court cards all have crowns on them, basically. So I want to check and see that it is actually the Queen that we're looking at. So if you just give me 1 second, sorry. I'll just check the description in the book. Yep. Yep, it's the Queen of Swords. Okay, so yeah, like I said, there's a bit of fire energy here, a bit of air energy, but it doesn't have to be either of those things. The messages from your ancestors coming from this to me is about having patience and discernment and being aware of yourself when it comes to being dragged into disagreements with other people. So like I said, we have the Five of Wands here, so it is about disagreements and kind of people knocking their heads together for the sake of it almost. And the Seven of Pentacles is calling for you to have a lot more patience with those around you and with things going on. Now, the Queen of Swords is here to tell us that you have been a lot and your ancestors recognise that you've been through so much to get to where you are today and that you've built yourself up. But sometimes I'm hearing that you can come across as a bit cold. You say things how they are to the point. I'm hearing you haven't got time to muck about with stuff. You say things how they are. You want things to get done. It feels like there's a decision to be made here. There's not necessarily, an intense card saying that. But it really does feel like, yeah, it feels like you need to have a keen eye and a sharp mind when it comes to any decisions you need to make and not rushing into things. Because we do have the Hanged Man here, and the Hanged Man is actually the only major arcana in this spread for you. So the Hanged Man talks about stopping, taking stock, trying to see things from a new perspective, trying to understand the world in a different way. So it's quite interesting. I feel like there could well be, you could well have tendencies to rush into things, is what I'm feeling over here with this Five of Wands. And your ancestors are saying, you could just slow it down a bit. Maybe it's better if you can get all of the information before you start making decisions to go in any directions. And it could well do you some favours to have a bit more patience with those around you. And your ancestors are also saying here that if you do allow yourself time to stop, take stock, assess the world around you, view everything as it comes, then you're going to gain a lot more clarity in your day-to-day. And you're going to, it's going to help you accelerate your learning and accelerate your wisdom. So they want you to be a bit more perceptive. And they understand that, you might be like you are and getting into heated discussions with people quite often. Oh, wow. Yeah, here we go. Okay. The Ten of Wands and the Four of Swords. So I think you have a tendency to fall into arguments with people sometimes. I'll just put that here. I've got the World and the Seven of Swords. Okay. I think they go that way, actually. Okay. Don't know why, but sometimes you just got to go with it. Okay, yeah. Nine of Cups has just... the Nine of Cups has just jumped out there, and I have the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So this is telling me that your wish fulfillment is to move forwards and progress. Your end goal, like the things that you really wish for, is you want a calmer life. You want to move on from a kind of way of chaotic living that I think you've been going through at the moment. That doesn't necessarily mean like that your world is full of chaos all the time, but it could well mean that you've got a bit of a fiery attitude towards things, and it is becoming quite burdensome to you. Like you feel like there are arguments and disagreements in too many places in your life, like too much drama. And your ancestors are recognising this, and they're recognising that it is a burden to you. You know, you carry all of this with you. That's what happens, is when these disagreements happen, like you do take things to heart, and it does upset you, and you don't want to be in that situation all the time. So yeah, now I feel like your ancestors are saying with this Seven of Pentacles that you can make the choice to have a lot calmer, a lot more of... Start again. Why can't I talk? Blah, 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 blah. Come out. Your ancestors are saying that you can decide to live a calmer way of life. Meditation could very much help you with this. I'm really hearing you need to stop and think before you speak a lot of the time, because that can be where you shoot yourself in the foot sometimes, and you end up you can feel like you end up sabotaging yourself. With this Seven of Swords here, I feel like there could well be some self-sabotage caused by your quick tongue that can be a bit icy towards other people sometimes. So it's about making the decisions to grow seeds, grow ideas and plant seeds towards your own healing. So if you're doing a lot more meditating, that in turn is going to bring about a lot more healing, and things will slow down for you, so you won't fly off the hook so quickly. We've got Justice over here as well, so Libra energy. Underneath the Hanged Man. Okay, yes, this is very clear. If you learn to do this, stopping and taking stock before you're jumping into anything, then everything is going to come about in a much more fair and balanced way. And you will be doing the right thing again. I think sometimes you worry that you don't do the right thing, and it's because of this fiery attitude, and it's becoming a burden to you, and you want to fix that. And your ancestors are saying, like, this is totally true. Like, your ancestors are saying, oh, we get that. Like, they have spent all of you all come from each other, and your fiery nature, I think, has been passed down through the generations. And it is something that can cause overthinking and things like that. And so your ancestors are telling you that it's okay. They know, they understand your frustration, they understand your pain, and they're basically saying, yeah, you can fix this. It's okay. Like, they've been learning to do this in turn as well. I think sometimes you do get a bit up in your head about all of this. Let's turn over the rest of the cards and see what else. Father Sky, trust in the unknown, and Druid, hold the space. Yes, so this is about seeing things from that higher perspective, seeing things from that other place. There's a lot of birds here. There's an eagle here. This looks like some sort of eagle, an owl, another eagle. I think that might be more of a stork. So it could be a rebirth that you're hoping for as well. But this druid card, this hold the space, is resonating a lot for me with this Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is about rest and respite. Like, this spread, your ancestors are telling you do need to slow down a bit here. And when you do slow down, you're going to become a lot more connected to yourself within. And with this Father Sky, that is about seeing things from a higher perspective, from a different place. Much like this Hanged Man energy here. Sorry. Eagle medicine. Amazing. Eagle medicine. Father Sky. There's an eagle over here as well. Like, Wow, there's some really heavy eagle energy there for you. Let me read this eagle, some of this eagle medicine from the book for you. One sec. Okay. The card meaning profound connection to the Creator and the heavenly realms. As the eagle soars high above the earth, it has the ability to see things from a higher perspective. Courage and stamina are filling your life. You have the ferocity to fight injustice and wrongs done to you or to others. This is the time to face fear and overcome it. So we've got justice here as well. Wow, I think you could really be in a position to be helping people, and so you felt like this burden that you have these disagreements and these fights that you have to fight, and you're wondering how you can do this and maintain your peace at the same time. And so it's about being able to separate yourself emotionally from this work that you have to do. Yes, you have to think about it with all this swords energy, and yes, you are passionate about it. But there is, there's no cups energy, there's no emotional energy in this spread. And I think this is what your ancestors are saying to you. Like, if you are in a position where you need to be fighting injustice, where you've got things that you do need to battle against, it's about stopping, taking stock, not allowing an emotional reaction to come through, but going for an intelligent approach to everything. If the Eagle Medicine card has chosen you, you are at the advent of the opportunity to truly see life from a rarefied vantage point. Eagles are considered one of the most sacred of all birds in many tribes and cultures. Their single-minded fierceness, dynamic energy, and ability to soar high are part of the reason for this. This card reminds you to take heart and face fear. You do indeed have the strength to overcome any adversity. You also have a direct line to the Creator. Your prayers are heard and will be answered in accordance with your highest good. So this is about feeling like the eagle, having that hawk eye, seeing everything for what it is, using this experience and intelligence that you have to do the right thing. So this fight feels like a burden to you, but with energy and patience with yourself, you can remain in a calm, collected state of mind, which means that you're going to be able to fight your battles wisely. With the Seven of Swords here under the Queen of Swords as well, I'm hearing that you're really going to be able to use your intelligence. Like, you're going to be able to figure everything out, and your ancestors are telling you this is where your skills lie with regards to this thing that you're dealing with. It's a general reading, so it could be anything that you're dealing with. I don't know what these battles are, but there is a lot of doing the right thing, gaining wisdom and helping things come about how they are supposed to come about. Balancing things. The Seven of Swords can talk about sneakiness, and so I think that rather than sneakiness, it's about, I'm hearing playing the game, so that's very interesting. But I mean, it's about using your intelligence, plotting, figuring out your plan of attack, and, figuring out what's the best approach for you to take to win this thing. Interesting. Kindness. Take respite by a pond and be kind to yourself and others. And joy. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. So if some of you are embroiled in like a legal battle of some kind, yeah, the results are going to go in your favour, but you have to remain, strength has just come out there. You have to remain strong and you have to remain focused, very focused, like the eagle on its prey. Excuse me. Surprises. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. One more, please. I love it when that happens. Okay, that strength card did really want to come out, didn't it? When your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. Ooh, I got shivers. So it's like your ancestors are saying, look, we have got your back in this. This fight that you're fighting, you're not alone. We're all here dancing in the background behind you, and we have totally got your back. So you need to go in hard and you need to do your thing. Look at the roots on this hanged man's tree. You know, your ancestors is saying we have been doing this for centuries. We have been fighting injustice for centuries, and it's on you to do this as well now. And we always win. I think that's what they're telling you. They're saying that they really feel like you're going to win this. So remain focused. Be like that eagle. Whew. Okay, pile number 1. I think that was the message from your ancestors. What a wonderful message. So remain focused. Keep your eye on that prize. Keep and maintain that calm center, because your ancestors are here to help you maintain this patience and maintain this focus. And that is what's going to get you through the things that you're going through at this time. Wow. Okay, pile number 1. Like I said, that was your reading. Thank you so much for watching the video today. If that resonated for you, please do let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really helps me on my journey. I did want to say thank you so much for all your kind donations and support so far. I really appreciate it. If you wanted to book a private reading, you can click the link to my Etsy channel. It's just in the description box below. There's also a link, should you wish to buy me a coffee or say thank you with a tip, there's a link to PayPal there as well. Again, thank you so much for your kind donations. Like, I'm so grateful. It's never ever expected, but it's always so lovely to receive. Mwah. Okay, thank you so much, pal number 1. Take it easy. Bye. Clear the table. And on to pile number 2. Okay, hi pile number 2. You chose this piece of obsidian. I've had this stone quite a while now. I love it very much. Obsidian's beautiful, isn't it? It's just like glass. Okay, I'll pop that up there for you, so you know you're on the right reading, and I will get your cards out. Okay, so up here I've got a couple of these Whispering Woods Oracle cards. And then down here I've got the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, a Native Spirit Oracle card there as well. And then we have 1, 2, 3 of these Circle of Life Tarot cards for you. Whew, okay, I'll just have a little drink of this tea. Excuse me. Okay. Right, let's turn these cards over and see what your ancestors have got to say to you. Oh, we have the High Priestess. What a beginning card. What a start. Okay, your ancestors are telling you that your intuition is on point. Those things that you just kind of know without knowing, your connection to the divine, your intuition, you're a very spiritual person, and you've got those skills or passed down. Yes, look at this, Queen of Wands. These skills have been passed down through your bloodline. And, oh my days, the King and Queen and King of Wands. Magical. Wow. So the King and Queen of Wands together. I feel like there are a few messages coming through here. The big thing that is screaming out to me at the moment is your ancestors want you to follow your creative path. Like, you are divine creators, major manifestors. There's a lot here as well about your inner balance, the balance between yin and yang, being open to receive and also giving. You know, you guys, you could very well be a fire sign as well, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but you don't have to be. You've got a very fiery nature, though, put it that way, definitely, I think. And this fieriness, this action taking has run through your bloodline. Your ancestors have been this way since the beginning. And, you know, you could well be descended from some quite important people here with the King and Queen of Wands. You really need to learn to trust yourself more. This balance within is of utmost importance to you right now. The masculine and feminine within, the divine, yin and yang, light and dark. It's about embracing all of that. You know, you're fun, fiery, intelligent. A lot of you are probably very good looking as well, actually. You're really passionate, sexy people is what I'm getting. That's really funny. But yeah, so you know, your family has probably always been quite good looking, and so you are used to having eyes on you is what I'm hearing. But the message of this is literally telling you that you have got that creative spark and you really need to be using it. Your intuition tells you what to do when it comes to creativity, be that writing, dancing, painting. Freedom of expression is very important, and you need to make sure that you're embracing your freedom of expression. If you're not being creative in your life right now, your ancestors are asking you to stop squashing that down. Stop squashing that away. Embrace who you are and show off a little bit, I'm hearing. You know, it doesn't all have to be in the dark all the time. 7 of Wands. Interesting. Yet more wands. 3 of Swords. 5 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Okay. I think that you are a very determined person. Okay. You're on the hill. You're fighting your battles. You're always fighting your battles. And you feel like you're never going to win. And like anxiety could be a very big issue for you as well. 6 of Swords there. Okay. And what have we got at the bottom of the deck? 5 of Pentacles. Wow. Pile number 2. Like, your ancestors are telling me to tell you that you need to go for it. Look at this Knight of Swords. Whew. Okay, I've just cut the deck at Temperance. I'm going to take Temperance and put it up there. The 2 of Pentacles underneath it. This is all about you and your self-belief, pile number 2. Like, there is so much heartache and pain, and there has just been destruction in your life. I feel like your ancestors are literally ready to dive in and get involved now. They want you to move forwards with this 6 of Swords here. They want you to leave this chaos and pain behind. No more of these sleepless nights. No more of this feeling manipulated and heartbroken, and no more of this constant battle. It's a daily struggle. The things that you're going through are a daily struggle. Every day you feel like you're fighting off demons, and your ancestors want you to know that they're going to come. Like, if you call on them, they can come in and get involved here. They can come in and help you massively. What is going on? Winter, take care of your needs and travel and move in a new direction. That makes a lot of sense. You know, your ancestors are here to tell you that they've got your back. There's some serious self-care needed. Instead of all this external fighting that you've been doing, you know, you've been fighting to put out these fires constantly. Your ancestors are calling on you to please see the beauty of your own self. With the Temperance card here, I feel like there's a real need for you to stop and recalibrate. Again, yes, the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine within. Traveller, move to a new direction. So the 3 of Swords is heartbreak and pain. The 5 of Swords is manipulation, control, fighting. 9 of Swords, anxiety, sleepless nights. So I don't know what has gone on here, pile number 2. But this card here, the 6 of Swords, talks of leaving the chaos behind. And this person is looking forwards. They are looking forwards, not to all of this going on here. They're looking to the future. Freedom horse. Yes, it's time to start enjoying yourself again. What do you want to do with yourself? What do you want to do with your life? Rather than fighting all these battles that you're always fighting with the 7 of Wands there. What else have we got here? Trust. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. And let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. This is a message coming through loud and clear from your ancestors, pile number 2. They want you to have a lot more belief in yourself. Why don't you believe that you are this high priestess? You are this queen of wands. You are this king of wands. You have done so much to get to where you are. And all this pain, it needs to be let go. Oof. Needs to be let go. They're calling on you to have some real self-care. Express yourself fully. What do you need? Risk. Learn to grow where you are planted. Yes, so you might be thinking, I can't do the creative things I want to do. Take that risk. If you don't try, how do you know? The worst that can happen is it doesn't work out how you thought it might. Opportunities, yeah. Unfurl like a fern, even without warm sunlight. And then we also have resilient at the bottom of this deck, so I'm going to take that as well, because I think you are a lot more resilient than you think. Pile number 2. There's so much gone on here. I don't know what you've been through to make you feel this way, pile number 2. But I am sending you a huge hug and a lot of positive vibes. And you need to know that you can get through this. But you're really going to need to work on that and put that down. And you need to work on this self-belief. So I feel like getting more in touch with your spiritual side and putting in some unconscious efforts. Not unconscious efforts, that's not what I'm trying to say. But, I mean, if I've said it, it's going to resonate for somebody somewhere. But the unconscious effort needs to be brought into the conscious mind. So I'm hearing that you need to work to get this temperance energy, to get this balance and this equilibrium. You're going to have to go through some changes. It's like alchemical change. You're going to need to change yourself from within. And you are the one that has to do this. Nobody can do this for you. But it's going to come through meditation and commitment and trusting yourself. Because the key thing here is self-love. You need to learn to fall in love with yourself. You need to see yourself how your ancestors see you, because they see you as this. Okay, I've got the music card came out there. They see you as this, beautiful, funny, sexy, vivacious, hilarious, creative, genius is what they think. Music is here. There is a melody to be heard in the deepest part of the woods if only we listen. So either music is going to help you let go of these pains that you're holding on to, or music is, for some of you, it's going to be that creative outlet that you need. But the thing is your ancestors are telling you that you're keeping yourself locked up here. It's like you're locking away your creativity. You're keeping yourself behind a cage. Look at this girl fenced in on here. Your ancestors are saying, stop doing this. Stop fencing yourself in. Stop, there's another card in a different deck completely, and it's don't dim your light to fit in. If you think that your light shines too bright for other people, guess what? They could put some sunglasses on. Okay? You need to, this self-restriction, this holding yourself back, this feeling of being too much. No. Freedom horse. Okay? This Queen of Wands, look, here she's a centaur. She doesn't listen to people that tell her to slow down and hold off. It's about running free and feeling that exhilarating feeling as you allow yourself to do that. That exhilarating feeling as you allow yourself to be and do all the things that you want to be and do. Let me read some of this card to you, please. Yep. Card meaning, let your spirit fly. Do not hold back. Break free and express yourself. Flaunt your stuff. Dance, laugh, explore. Go beyond predictable behaviour. Get out of the rut. You do not need to fit the mould. Be daring. Fling your arms to the heavens in joy. The horse allowed the natives of the Americas and Mongolia to travel great distances with ease. The horse also carried their supplies, which additionally granted freedom to those ancient peoples. This card shows you to remind you that you aren't here to be ordinary, but to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or the expectations of others. You have the ability to choose your life on your terms. Replace the phrase I should with I could, but I choose not to at this time. Perhaps you aren't always free to create the exact circumstances of your life, but you're certainly able to decide what meaning to give to those situations. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to break free. Wow, okay, and there's also a suggestion here for part of your journey, part of your spiritual growth. It says the way you use your body can change your state. Put on music, there it is, put on music and dance with wild abandon. As you do so, this sends a powerful message to your subconscious that you are indeed truly free. So what did I just say? It could well be that putting on music is the thing that helps you. All this pent up energy that you've got here, you need to release it. You need to let it go. So if that's in your own home, if that's going out somewhere, you need to get some music on loud and you need to shake it all out. Take care of what you need. Self-care is paramount right now. Trust yourself. Go with yourself. Let this nonsense go and do what you want to do. Everything that you want to do is justified. Everything that you need to do is justified. You can leave this pain and chaos in the past and move on to your new future. I'm really feeling that your new future starts as soon as you decide to let it happen. So you can have your new future start tomorrow. Make those changes. Trust yourself. That's when the opportunities are going to arise. You are resilient. So take those risks and those opportunities are going to appear. Whew. Well, pile number 2. That was your reading. If that resonated for you, please let me know in the comment section below. You know, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really helps me on my journey. If you did want to book a private reading with me, you can get in touch. There's a link to my Etsy channel just in the description box below. If you wanted to say thank you with a tip or buy me a coffee or anything like that, there's also a link to my PayPal there below. Please know that it's never expected, but it's always so appreciated, and thank you so much everybody for your donations that I've had recently as well. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 2. You take it easy and take those chains off and get up and go and have a dance. Let it all out. I can't wait to hear from you guys if this did resonate. I want to see pictures and paintings. You know, paint that picture, write that song, go on that drive, do what you need to do. Mwah. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 2. Take it easy. Bye. Whew. And on to, take the stone. On to pile number 3. Clear the energy, please. Clear the table. Thank you. And on to pile number 3. Okay, hi pile number 3. You chose this lovely piece of citrine. I'll pop that up there for you so you know you're on the right reading. Excuse me. Okay. So I've got a couple of these Whispering Woods Oracle cards for you guys up here at the top. And then I've got some of the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards at the bottom. You've got 3 of these. Interesting. I've got one of these Native Spirit Oracle cards for you here as well. See what your ancestors have got to say about your journey. And then I have 3 Circle of Life Tarot cards here in the middle as well. Okay. So if it's okay with you, pile number 3, I'm going to crack on and read these cards for you. We have got the Wheel of Fortune, I believe. Oh, wow, the Fool. And I think this this is the Page of Wands, but I'm just going to double check that for you. So the Wheel of Fortune talks about cycles of life. It talks about luck, or what can feel like luck. It can talk about fated events. It also tells us that everything is constantly moving. So whatever is happening today is not going to happen tomorrow. And it's about finding your own inner balance and then going with that flow. So when things are up, you can deal with it up. And when things are down, you can deal with it down. Imagine it like a bicycle wheel, right? Imagine if you were attached to the edge of the wheel as it's spinning. If you were attached to the edge, at the top you'd have your head in the clouds and you'd be laughing. And every time you went to the bottom, you would hit yourself on the floor every time it went down. Whereas if you learn to ride in the middle of that wheel, it's just going to be plain sailing for you. So this is all about the interconnectedness of all things and learning to go with the flow, which is then followed by the Fool. So that's all about having faith, having a lot of faith in things that they're all going to work out as you want them to. I feel like your ancestors are telling you to take charge and charge into your own future. To charge into your future. Yeah, sorry. Hello, Delilah. My cat's just kicking off. 1 second. There you go. Yeah, so this is fantastic energy. Like, your ancestors are telling you that you've totally got this, and like there are really exciting things for you around the corner is what I'm hearing. Your ancestors are also saying that they would love you to have a bit more faith in fated events and to, I'm guessing, have a bit more confidence in things. I think sometimes you can feel a bit meh, basically. And, you know, your ancestors are telling you that there is a lot more beauty in life if you would just pick your head up and look. Very interesting. But there is a lot here on faith and interconnectedness. You know, knowing that wheel is constantly turning and knowing that things are just around the corner at any time for you. Okay, we've got the Page of Pentacles here as well, so that's 2 pages. So it could, and the Fool, it could well be that you have some new beginnings coming up. So it could well be that you have been going through so much and your ancestors are here to tell you that this cycle is closing. Whatever the cycle is that you're working on at the moment, this cycle of your life is going to come to a close and the next cycle will begin. Almost like a very intense spiritual rebirth, I'm hearing. And so you must have faith in that. And you can take it as quick or as slow as you want. 6 of Pentacles. Lovely. So the ancestors are calling for you to have balance. Balance and concentration. And they've got your back is what I'm hearing. Like your ancestors really want you to know that they have got your back. They're looking after you. Really looking after you all the time. 21, the World. And the bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. Okay, your ancestors have literally just said, look on the bright side. I'm hearing, always look on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. So if you know that song, it's from Monty Python. But if you look up the words to that song, they are actually, even though it's like a jokey comedy song, the words are brilliant because it's telling you to keep your chin up. And that this cycle, whatever cycle you are going through, your ancestors are saying it's okay. Everything is coming to a close now and it's time for you to move forwards. New beginnings are here. And they think you're a goddess or a god or a goddess. They're saying you're amazing. Everything that you're going through right now, the things you've been and done are amazing. So just to go back to the bright side of life, I really feel like your ancestors are saying, you know, what are some of the lyrics? Life's a piece of ish when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. So don't grumble, give a whistle, and this'll help things turn out for the best. So that's like that energy from the Wheel of Fortune, isn't it? Sorry guys, I didn't mean to sing at you then, but this song is like blaring in my head right now. It's so interesting. And you have so many cards of new beginnings. Your ancestors are saying, look, the past is the past. Please leave it there. For some of you, not all of you, there is like some quite heavy grandparent energy on this. It's very specific, but there's a very specific message here that some of you used to watch Monty Python with your grandparents, and they're coming through to tell you, have faith, move on, move forwards. Everything's going to be okay. I'm hearing Taurus energy. There's a lot of Taurus energy on this Page of Pentacles. That's interesting. Yeah, let's turn the rest of the cards over and see what else there is here. Wise one, grow within your current situation. Snake, shed old skin. Yeah, leave that past behind. High Priestess, harness mystic power. Talking stick. Okay, I see where you're going with this. Patience. Everything can be accomplished at nature's pace. And light. Look to the space between the trees for answers. Very interesting. Like I said, somebody could well have lost somebody recently. Wow, there's like some really interesting energy here. Really interesting energy for you guys. Some of you, I'm saying, oh gosh. Okay, there is, yeah, like I said, someone's grandparent is kind of trying to come through here. I can smell their cooking. I can hear the laughter that you always felt. But look at this card, okay. If this is resonating, obviously this message is for you, but can you see these two children? Well, it's a mother and a child are sleeping, and then there's an elder here, has got your back. And the Six of Pentacles talks of give and take and charity and things like that. So your ancestors are telling you that they've got your back from the other side. They are looking after you. And this cycle must come to a close. So you've been patient with yourself, but it's time to have faith and move forwards now. Shed the past, shed that old skin. So this pain that you've been through, you are learning from it and learning to grow. That music card has come out again. That was in the last reading. That's funny because I was also singing to you in this reading as well. Again, the World card, and really your ancestors really want you to rush forwards into your future. They know something that you don't hear about what's going to happen moving forwards in your life. Grounded. Keep to your roots and stand taller than the trees. The night. Find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. I'm really drawn to the Night card and the Light card here. I feel like you have been through a bit of a dark night of the soul. And you can take some comfort from that now. That's what this moving forwards is all about, I think. Whatever has happened, something has happened somewhere along the way, and it's been a lesson for you. Learn. Take a lesson from the owls. Deeply observe the night. Wow, I'm getting chills. And you'll become a little wiser in the day. So this darkness that you've been through, this pain that you've had, this cycle, it's like you're learning. You've either learned this stuff now or you are learning it. And it's like you can start to progress. And it is all to do with your faith and your spiritual growth. We have this talking stick here. So I really think that you might need to talk some of it out. Like you've been having an awakening, I think, and it's to do with this faith. So you can harness your own mystic powers by letting go of those things from the past, learning what the things are. Okay, learning your ancestors want you to see the things that cause your darkness, learn from them. So you can transmute your own energy. You can transform your own energy from dark to light should you want to. For some of you, I'm hearing you do need to talk about some of these things. Let me read this card for you. Speak your truth. The soul loves the truth. Communicate from your heart and share your reality without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share from your centre. This isn't the time to be shy and hesitant. It's a time to heal through communication. You have the gift of a true leader through the way you communicate with others. During tribal council meetings, a decorated stick called a talking stick would be passed around. As each council member held the stick, he or she had the opportunity to speak from the heart. Each person in attendance would be asked to weigh carefully the words of each speaker. The talking stick reminded each person to be authentic. Communication restores trust and allows you to clarify your ideas, position, and feelings. It can be healing when you share what has been withheld. Now is the time to take a risk and have the courage to speak with clarity. Be forthright. Share any unspoken darkness that lays heavy in the heart. Yes, this is what I was really feeling here is, so you've got this dark thing going on within you, and I think you've never told anybody. Your ancestors want you to get it off your chest by saying it out loud. And the thing is that they want you to realise is, once you say this thing out loud, that's going to be how you can release it. And once you say it out loud, you're going to realise, like, I'm really feeling that they're saying you're going to realise it's not all that bad and you can move on. And that this is what's going to let you have this closure. You're going to be able to close this bit of this chapter of your journey. You can close this chapter of your journey and start the next bit. Share any unspoken darkness that lays heavy in the heart. There are times to hold back and be discerning, but this isn't one of them. Even if you're afraid, declare your truth for all to hear, without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. When you do this, transformation and healing can occur. So, something you might want to try, this is a suggestion from the book, is decorate a stick or a feather to use as your personal talking stick. Whenever you hold it, let it be a sacred reminder to seek the truth within. Take a minute every day to take stock of where you are and ask yourself about what is so in your life. Simply taking a moment to discover your inner truth can have a profound healing effect on your life. So yeah, the message from your ancestors is to have faith in your own future. Let this chapter close down now and let yourself be open to the new beginnings that you have just around the corner, because you can learn from all of this. Be patient with yourself. You can remain grounded. You will. Sometimes you might feel like you're charging forward so quickly, and other times you might feel like you're completely stuck and you're going nowhere. But you need to know that everything is always changing and turning, and that you're a really beautiful person. Be like the snake. There's another snake here as well. Be like the snake, shed that skin and start afresh. It's all about that rebirth for you now. Bottom of the deck on here. Time. Embracing the dewdrops of life before they disappear with the morning sun. It's time for you to move on now. Whatever this thing is, you don't have to forget about it, but you can choose to move forwards with your life. Okay, pile number 3. That was your reading. I really hope that resonated. Oh, wow, hang on. Also, there's something about having a sense of humour here. There's some ancestors have got a very funny sense of humour, and they're telling you that you've got that too, basically. That was really funny. Anyway, like I said, I think that was your reading pile number 3. I really hope that resonated for you. If it did, please let me know in the comment section below. You know, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really helps me on my journey. If you did want to book a private reading with me, you can get in touch. There's a link to my Etsy channel just in the description box below. If you wanted to say thank you with a donation or a tip or buy me a coffee, there's also a link to my PayPal in the description box below as well. Thank you so much to everybody who's already donated to me and supported the channel. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's never ever expected, but always so appreciated. So thank you so much. Yeah, take it easy, pal number 3. I'm sending you loads of love. Take those steps. Mwah. Thank you. Bye.